So students, welcome again for the PYQ session here 2025. So today again we are dealing with the next part, that is of circulation. Okay, previously we have discussed the questions of respiration. Hope so you might have done the mind map for that. So let us have the starting here for circulation. Okay, so question number 1. In cardiac cycle, blood passes through the heart twice in which of the following animals? Birds, cartilaginous fish, bony fish, mammals, etc. etc. And we are supposed to choose the correct alternative. So, what will be your correct answer? Your correct answer here is C. Okay, C is the correct answer, right? C is the correct answer. So number 1, that is birds, and number 4 here mammals. Okay, birds and mammal, they have got the double circulation. You know that what is the meaning of what here? Double circulation. Double circulation will give you two different things here, right? So what are those here? In double circulation, we are getting number 1, that is pulmonary circulation. Pulmonary circulation. Okay. And number 2, I'm sorry, number 2 is systemic circulation. Systemic circulation. Got it? So we have got the two things here, that as blood is coming twice, we have got pulmonary circulation, that blood is coming in the lungs, blood is purified here, blood is oxygenated here, and that blood is brought again towards the heart here, from the left side, towards the left side, and from aorta and its branches, blood is circulated throughout the body for all the organs here, which is known as what here? Systemic circulation. Okay, so what should be your answer? Your answer here is birds and mammals. Okay, they will give you what here? Double circulation. Number 2, which of the following is not the characteristic feature of open circulation? You know that open circulation is giving you very important thing, open circulation. You know that open circulation is present in lower group of animals, in non-chordates. Only exception is there, that is phylum Annelida, like earthworm. Earthworm is the only exception which has got the closed circulatory system. Okay, so if you have got the closed circulatory system here, you can remember the examples also. So for open circulation, we have got the ideal things here, lower animals. Okay, so what they are asking, not the characteristic of open circulation. You know, open circulation will give you sinus, it will give you what here? Lacunae, and we have got obviously the presence of heart. Heart, sinuses, lacunae, these are the parts or regions of this one. So presence of the hemocoel, blood flows with low pressure, absence of the respiratory pigment, and blood flows through the vessels. So obviously D is the correct answer. You know that you are not getting the presence of the blood vessels in the open circulation. Okay, so what should be your answer? Your answer here is T. Next, third one. Given below diagrammatic presentation of double circulation in human, identify the correct match with respect to blood vessel and type of blood that they carry. Okay, pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood, then pulmonary vein carries deoxygenated blood, inferior vena cava carries oxygenated blood, then dorsal aorta carries oxygenated blood. So choose the correct answers from the given one. So let us see what are the correct options here, and side by side you can view this diagram. So just watch in the diagram what is A, what is B, and what is D. Okay, so the first one and fourth one, dorsal aorta carries of course oxygenated blood, and pulmonary artery is going to carry what here? Deoxygenated blood. You know that though it is artery, it will carry deoxygenated blood, and aorta will carry obviously oxygenated blood. Okay, so what should be your correct answer? Your correct answer here is A, right? So you can watch in the diagram and you can carry out your proper this thing sequence. Okay, so D is the correct answer. Next question. Next question. After exercise, cardiac output by Ramesh heart is 5600 ml per minute. So if the stroke volume is 70 ml, what will be the heart rate per minute? So you should be able to give the correct answer here. So you know that what is here this equation, or we can say formula, that the cardiac output, okay, you know that once we are talking about the cardiac output here, cardiac output, how to calculate the cardiac output? You know that cardiac output is stroke volume, okay, stroke volume into heartbeats, okay, stroke volume into heartbeats. So what will be the average heartbeats here? I'm sorry, average heartbeats 72 times per minute, okay, but what is given here? 5600 ml. So you have average, that is 70 ml. So what should be the correct answer here? So 80 is the correct answer. Okay, 80 into 70, it will give you around how much here? 5600 ml per minute. Okay, this will be the cardiac output here. Got it? So what should be your answer? C is the correct answer. Next, in humans, blood is red colored fluid, connective tissue, which is derived from the embryonic dash. So what should be your answer? Blood is mesodermal in origin. Blood is what kind of tissue? Blood is fluid connective tissue. Okay, blood is fluid connective tissue. So you should know that connective tissue is mesodermal in origin. Okay, connective tissue is mesodermal in origin. So what should be your answer? B is the correct answer here. Okay, next. If 10 ml of blood sample from the healthy person containing added anticoagulant, you know anticoagulant which will not allow the coagulation of the blood, okay, is subjected to centrifugation, then approximately how much will be the amount of the plasma? You are supposed to see how much will be the amount of plasma. Very simple. If the blood is having this one here, so we should have the proper amount here, 5 to 5.5 ml. Remember this particular quantity. Okay, next. Which of the following is an anticoagulant present in blood plasma? You know that in blood plasma, which is the anticoagulant here? That is heparin. Okay, heparin is acting as a anticoagulant, and you know that in our blood we have got these cells, that is leukocytes, WBCs here, that is we have got the best production here of the anticoagulant, and that is nothing but basophils. Okay, which cells are giving you anticoagulant here? Basophils. You know that how the basophils are there. Okay, these are the colorless cells here. Okay, basophils. Okay, they have, these are granulocytes. You will get the granules here inside the cytoplasm. And what is the speciality of this basophil? They have got the twisted nucleus. Got it? So they are responsible for the secretion of what here? Anticoagulant. Got it? Next. Which components of the plasma acts as regulators? Very important. Which component is acting as a regulators here? So obviously some of the vitamins and enzymes, they are regulating the metabolism in your blood. Okay, so what is your correct answer here? D is the correct answer. Next question, question number 9. The erythropoietic organ of the fetus dash and dash. So what should be your answer here? Liver and spleen. You know that liver and spleen, they are giving you the process of what here? Hemopoiesis means what? Formation of the blood in the fetus body. And in adult body, you know that spleen is acting as a part for the storage of RBCs. Got it? Storage of RBCs. So the spleen is also called as blood bank. Okay? Spleen is going to act as a blood bank of our body. So remember this. Next, which of the following is not the function of erythrocytes? Transport of CO2, maintenance of viscosity of the blood, maintenance of the pH of the blood, then secretion of the antitoxin. Arthat, what should be your answer? Which is the here correct answer? Which is not the function of erythrocytes. So, secretion of anticoagulants, they are not involved. Erythrocytes are not involved in the secretion of what here? Antitoxins. You know that RBCs. What is the main function of RBCs here? That is transport of gases. Okay. What is the main function here? Transport of gases. So, which gases here? Oxygen and carbon dioxide. That is the only function of what here? RBCs. Remember this. And this is not the function. It will not have the secretion of what? Antitoxins. So, D is the correct answer. Next. In small WBC, in the smallest WBCs is neutrophils, then we have basophils, monocytes and lymphocytes. So, you know that lymphocytes are the smallest one. Which is biggest one? Biggest one is, here you have monocyte. Monocyte will give you kidney shaped nucleus, right? So, which type of nucleus is here in the monocyte? Kidney shaped nucleus. Okay. And in case of lymphocyte, we have round nucleus. The size and shape you will remember that they are measured in micrometers. So, they are very, very small, around 7 micrometers and all. Okay. So, you will remember that lymphocytes are the smallest WBC. Any guess that how much will be the size and shape of this WBCs? Come on, tell me. Size of the lymphocytes. What is the size of the lymphocyte here? How much is the size of lymphocyte? It is measured around, how much will be the around here? 7. Okay, around 7. So, this is supposed to be the smallest here. Students, you should make the chart for your all the size and shape of what your blood cells. You know that RBCs. What will be the size and shape of RBCs? In WBCs, you should have how much is the average here. Okay. So, like this. Then we can go for what here? Blood platelets and all. So, prepare the mind map. Okay. And get the correct answer here. Next. By using methylene blue, which of the following leukocytes can be stained and identified? Acidophils, cyanophils, that is basophils, neutrophils and monocytes. So, what should be your answer? That is basophils by using the methylene blue. Okay, that is cyanophils, right? So, you should know the correct answer here. Given below is the diagram of WBC. Identify the WBC and its role. Very simple. See, you have got granules, you have got the nucleus which is bilobe, and what is their role? Means what? What is going to be their function? So, these are acidophils. You know that acidophils are also called as eosinophils, and they are mainly for detoxification. Okay, and you should know the rest of the functions as well. So, in the given diagram, this is what the condition. Next. Match the following: column 1, column 2. So, what are the answers here? So, acidophils, neutrophils, thrombocytes and B, lymphocytes. Okay, so what should be your answer here? Your answer here is C, that is acidophils. They are giving you the phagocytic nature. Then neutrophils are they are there to destroy the pathogens, phagocytosis. Then thrombocytes are giving you secretion of serotonin, okay, and B lymphocytes are giving you the humoral immunity, okay. So students, please note down the correct answers here. You are supposed to choose the correct alternative, okay. So note down the thing. I am giving you a few seconds. Got it? Which, question number 15, which of the following gave rise to macrophages? You know what is the function of macrophages? Macrophages are mainly for phagocytosis. You know what is phagocytosis? Engulfing the pathogen, crushing the pathogen and throwing it out, okay, killing the pathogen. So lymphocytes, acidophils, monocytes and cyanocytes. So what should be your answer? Your answer here is monocyte. You know that monocyte is supposed to be the biggest one, okay, and it will engulf the pathogen, it will crush the pathogen and it will throw the pathogen, okay. So monocyte is your correct answer. Next, 16. Which one of the following arteries does not arise from the aortic arc? That is brachiocephalic, left subclavian, left common carotid and left pulmonary. So what should be your answer? Left pulmonary. That is not going to arise from the aortic arc, because you know pulmonary trunk is giving you pulmonary artery that is from the right side and from the left side. So your answer here is left pulmonary. Now, given statement, read this statement carefully. Students, read this statement carefully. See here, what is statement number 1? Hormone epinephrine increases the rate of heartbeat, okay, during the emergency situations, okay. And statement number 2, what is statement number 2 here? Statement number 2 is hormones non-epinephrine and acetylcholine, both together they reduce the rate of heartbeat. So what should be your answer? Your answer that is both these statements are incorrect. So what should be your answer? Your answer here is B. B is your correct answer. You should know all the things word to word from your textbook, okay. So like that you will remember. Next, the interatricular septum of adult human heart has oval depression called as 1, which is the remnant of the embryonic aperture called as 2. So what should be your answer? D is the correct answer, fossa ovalis and foramen ovalis, okay. Remember students, this is present during the embryonic condition. Embryonic condition will give you that region, and in the adult that depression is recorded in your heart, which is called as what? Your foramen ovalis. So please watch the detailed diagram of the what? Your internal structure of your heart. Got it? Next. Next is the Thebesian valve guards. You should know how many valves are there in your heart. Okay, I will make the list here so you will remember. Number 1 is Thebesian valve. Okay, so you have the Thebesian, okay, Thebesian valve. Number 2 is we have Eustachian valve. Okay, Eustachian valve. Number 3 is we have got tricuspid valve, right, which is present towards the right side. Number 4 we have got bicuspid valve, and you know that bicuspid valve is also called as mitral valve, right. And number 5 we have got semilunar valves. Okay, semilunar valve. Got it? So what should be your answer? Thebesian valve is present here at the opening of the coronary sinus. Okay, this will be there for the opening of what here? Coronary sinus, right? Okay, the Eustachian valve is there in the region of inferior vena cava, inferior vena cava. Tricuspid is there towards the right ventricle. Bicuspid is there towards the left ventricle. And semilunar valves are there for the openings of the pulmonary vein. Got it? So you should remember this chart. Next. In the heart, the openings of the following blood vessels are guarded by the valves except, they are asking us except, okay. So coronary sinus, pulmonary vein, pulmonary aorta, okay. Then we have inferior vena cava. Choose the correct option given below. So your answer here is C. That is number 1 coronary sinus, number 2 pulmonary veins, number 3 that is inferior vena cava. Okay, so answer from the given here, correct one is this. Okay, so C is the correct answer. Next, following diagram 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, are respectively what are the things here. So you should know the correct answer, that is D. Semilunar valves, SA node and tricuspid valve, that is what here, left atrium. Watch the diagram here carefully. Okay, so this is your correct answer. What is your correct answer? D is your correct answer. Next, match the following column here. Okay, column 1 and column 2 regarding the cardiac cycle. Okay, see what is given in column 1 and what is given in column 2. Atrial systole, then atrial diastole, ventricular systole and ventricular diastole, and they have given us the very important thing, and that is nothing but what here they have given the duration. Okay, that what is the duration of this, right? So for this one, what is your correct answer? Your correct answer here is D. Okay, let us have the matches, proper matches here. Okay, number 1 is here you have B. Okay, then atrial systolic region will be what here, C. Ventricular systole will be what here, that is 0.5 second, and ventricular diastole is going to be there for 0.3 second. Okay, so what should be your correct answer? Your correct answer here is D. D is the correct answer. Very simple question. Select the incorrect statement about the veins. Okay, that tunica media is thinner in veins. Veins are wide lumen. Then blood flows with low pressure, and pulmonary vein carries the deoxygenated blood towards the heart. So what should be your correct answer? That tunica media is thinner in veins. You know that if you are taking the TS of artery and TS of vein, what is the difference between this? Okay, this will be what here, TS of artery. Okay, and here TS of vein. Okay, so what are the differences here? You know that outermost region is called as what here, tunica externa, right? And here is also tunica externa. You know that in the veins we have, very important, that in artery lumen is very short. Lumen is very short here. Okay, and lumen is very broad here. So this is what the basic difference. And besides that, you know that very important thing which you are observing here is that they have got the thicker media. This thinner is in case of veins. Vein will have the very thin one, that is tunica media here, and this will be what here, very thick here. So your correct answer is here. Okay, this is your correct answer. Got it? So please record the differences here. And you know that capillary network, capillary will not have the layers here. Capillary will give you only single layer of endothelial cells. That is what present in capillary. Okay, so this will be the TS of what here, capillary. This is capillary, and you can record the differences here very perfectly. Check out the difference between these two, and your answer here is next. Which is the next one? 24. Which one of the following arteries has weakest pulse? Temporal, branchial, carotid and femoral. So what should be your answer? Arthat femoral in the region of what your limbs. Next. Which of the following are the pulse point in the lower limbs? That is branchial, radial, posterior tibial, dorsalis pedis, femoral and popliteal. So students, you have this diagram. That diagram in your textbook, that will give you the various points here. So here your correct answer is this. Okay, first, then third, and then this one. Okay, so these are the pulse point in the lower limbs. Got it? Next, select the incorrect statement. BP is directly proportional to viscosity of the blood. In women, the BP increases after menopause. The hormone ADH reduces the BP, and blood loss in an accident decreases the BP. So what do you think here? That which is incorrect here is this, that the hormone ADH, you know that nothing to do with this. Antidiuretic hormone will not affect your blood pressure, because you know that ADH, or which is also called as what here, vasopressin, because the main function of this hormone is concentration of urine. Got it? And nothing to do with the blood pressure here. Got it? So you should remember this. And you know the, and one side by side extra information you should remember, that is what are the factors affecting blood pressure. So you know that peripheral resistance, viscosity of the blood, arteriosclerosis, atherosclerosis. Got it? So all these are the various factors which are affecting the blood pressure. Okay, but your answer here is this. Got it? Next, a rise in blood pressure is directly related except. So what should be your answer here? That is vasoconstriction. What is the meaning of vasoconstriction? Constriction will be there of the blood vessel as well as capillary network. Okay, so this is your correct answer, is directly related, okay, with the vasoconstriction, which is not related. The T wave in the normal ECG represents this. So how you are going to see your ECG? You know, ECG cardiac cycle is of 0.8 seconds. So this will be your P wave, okay. This will be your QRS complex, and this will be your T wave. Got it? So this will be P, this will be Q, R, S and T wave. Okay. So T wave indicates what? T wave is indicating ventricular depolarization. Got it? So you should remember this perfectly. Next, ECG helps in the diagnosis of abnormalities of conducting pathways here. So enlargement of the heart chambers, damage to the cardiac muscles, then reduction in the blood supply to the cardiac muscles, and leukopenia. So what should be your answer? That except, yes, of course, nothing to do with the composition of the blood. Disorders of the heart will be different thing, and it has got no any connection with the composition of the blood, blood cell count and all, because you know that leukopenia is related with the reduction of what here, WBC count, right? So nothing to do with the heart. So what should be your correct answer? Leukopenia. Next, 30. Given below are the statement. Now read these statements carefully. Read this statement. What is statement number 1? Graphical recording of electrical variation detected at the surface of body during the propagation through the wall of the heart is called as electrocardiograph. Statement number 2. The instrument used for the graphical recording of the electoral variations detected on the surface of the body propagation through the heart is electrocardiogram. So students, very easy, you should know the answer that statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. Got it? So this is how you will remember the statement. For remembering the correct statement, you should read the textbook here word to word. Next, the correct sequence of the lymphatic components leading to the heart is lymphatic capillary, lymphatic duct, then subclavian vein, lymph node. So what should be your correct answer? Your correct answer here is B, that is second lymphatic duct. Then we have got the lymphatic nodes as well, then this one and then this one. That will be the correct sequence. Next, match the following, column 1 and column 2. What are the components given in column 1? Erythrocytes, thrombocytes, granulocytes and agranulocytes, and they have given the forms here. So what should be your correct answer? Your correct answer here is C. Let us have the matches here. Erythrocyte, that is reticulocytes. Thrombocytes, we have megakaryocytes. Then granulocytes, we have myeloid stem cells, right? And agranulocytes, that is lymphoid stem cells. Students, please note down this, because this is very important part, that exactly in your bone marrow, where will be the production of the blood cells. It may be RBCs, WBCs, platelets and all. You know that these cells are very important for the formation of your blood cells. Got it? So these are going to be very important components. You just, I'm giving you a few seconds, you just note down the things. Is it clear? Okay. Next. Which of the following blood corpuscles secretes serotonin? Eosinophils, then basophils, thrombocytes, lymphocytes, monocytes. Select the correct options amongst the all. So your correct answer is this, that is basophils and thrombocytes only. Serotonin, and you know the functions of serotonin, right? Next. Blood, the blood in course of circulation passes twice through your heart of a cockroach, mule, sardine and labio. So what should be your answer? Yes, of course, chordates, because you know that rest of these are lower group of animals. So your answer here is B. Okay, B is the correct answer. Okay, so students, all these were the questions for the topic circulation. Hope so. In this topic, you will do the external structure of the heart in detail along with all the diagrams, then internal structure of the heart, working mechanism of the heart, circulation of the blood. Okay, you will do for the valves in the heart, types of valves in the heart. Then you will do double circulation, pulmonary circulation, systemic circulation. Then you will go for the histology of the blood vessels, the different parts, that is tunica, externa, tunica, media, tunica, interna. Okay, along with all the differences. Then you will go for the ECG, that is electrocardiogram. You just go through all the details along with the diagram, and besides that you should do well for the disorders of the heart. Okay, starting from the heart attack up to the last disorder, you should be doing all with the coronary artery disorders and all these things. Okay, and you will do for the blue baby syndrome also, that the small hole in your interventricular septum, interatrial septum and all. Okay, so please students, do it with concentration. These are very easy questions they can ask you, and be confident about whatever things you are doing. Thank you very much.